Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. At long last, I'm finally able to bring you some Eisendrache gameplay. I'm so excited to finally have this on my channel after so long, so much teasing over the course of the week. So what's going on in this gameplay is I'm starting things off just giving you a little look at the spawn, then we're going to go through several of the really cool new features of the map. So this is going to be a sort of montage. I'm going to be talking about various different things that are new in this map, including the ancient bow, the storyline to do with Dempsey, the Wunderspheres, all that stuff is going to be included, and the pyramid underneath the map that is very similar to the MPD. So we're starting things off with just a little bit of story talk. So Dempsey has been blasted off into space. For some reason, the test subject, Dempsey 1.0, is extremely important. He is within a capsule and he's being hunted down and he gets blasted off into space. So you're basically in the map trying to get him back from outer space to Earth, and I presume a lot of that is going to take place within the map's Easter egg. Just let that sink in for a moment, what I've just said. The story, guys, is going nuts. It's going absolutely bonkers. Groff is in the map. That's Dr. Groff from Moon, that guy from all those years ago, and he's talking to you as if no time has passed at all. He's saying, what's going on? The security feeds are looking a little alarming and stuff like that. It's super interesting where they're taking the story right now. Right, moving on, we're going to switch things up now and focus more on a gameplay feature that is really damn cool. I mentioned before that we would be looking at things like the Wundersphere and the story, but I also mentioned the ancient bow. That's what we're going to take a look at right now. We are in the undercroft of the map, which is beneath the main castle area. There's the upstairs area and there's the spawn and stuff, and then you can come down here into the undercroft. Now, you'll see that we've just completed one of the dragons, and that was actually the final dragon that we needed to complete. There are 3 dragons on the map, and once you complete them, you unlock this bad boy just here. I run up the stairs, see it for the first time, and I'm like, oh my goodness! This is just so damn cool. I've got the Wrath of the Ancient's bow. As you can see, you've got a charged shot and you've got a regular shot, so it's kind of similar to the Origins staves in that sense, and holy guacamole, it's just so unbelievably cool. I love it. So I actually just sort of sit here in the game for a moment and contemplate the fact that I'm holding this freaking bow in my hands, and holy moly, it's awesome. Now we're going to skip forward to some other gameplay of me using the bow so you can get an idea of what it's like in the game itself to be slaying them zombies with. I really love this thing. Honestly, I think it's so cool to just get this thing so easily just from doing the dragons. The dragons aren't hard to complete by any means. They're just like the dogs on Mob of the Dead. You just have to fill them up by killing zombies near them, and there are only 3 of them, and they don't take that many zombies. So in exchange, you get a really cool weapon. I just think it's great. Now, on top of this, we know that there are other bows because of the achievements for, or rather the trophies for Eisendrache. If you go to my video, which is going to be linked in the description with all of the trophies in it, you'll see that there are multiple ancient bows, which is super interesting because in my playthrough at the preview event, I had about 2-3 hours with the map, and I only saw this one bow, so I'm intrigued to find out what the other bows are and how you get them. Also, check this out. It changes your melee, and you stab the zombies with your arrows. It's so awesome. I love it. Treyarch, it's such a nice touch when you do things like that. Please do more cool things like this in the future, because I just love the fact that I am impaling zombies on a little burning bit of stone on the end of my arrow. I just think that that's so freaking cool. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Wundersphere. So this is a new method of transport in Eisendrache. You see, I'm just going to deal with that dog there and then jump in the Wundersphere, hold X to activate, or rather hold square to activate, and across the map I go. Very straightforward. All you've got to do to ensure that those things are ready for you to use is make sure that you've cleared the area that the sphere is going to fling you into, because otherwise it just won't let you use it. It'll say something along the lines of, you need to secure the area before the Wundersphere can actually fling you to that place. So make sure you've done that and then you'll be good to go. I'm sure you've noticed by now that there's a massive pyramid in the Undercroft down here, and it keeps lighting up and then not being lit up anymore and stuff. What the hell's the deal there? Well, the way you activate the pyramid is as follows. You need to actually set it up so that it starts lighting up in the first place. It doesn't start the game like that. What you've got to do is stand on these square platforms on the floor. There are 4 of them around the pyramid, and if you stand on them for long enough, they glow blue. They don't just light up briefly blue, they glow blue. There's a blue glow emanating from the floor. Do that 4 times, make them all glow permanently blue, and the pyramid will activate. I want to take a moment here to just appreciate the fact that this room looks so unbelievably cool. You've got these keeper statues careening over the top of the pyramid. You've got all this weird symbolism and imagery up there as well. You've got 3 statues of Primus, that group of the 04 that are the originals, I guess, that way back when were the great bastions of hope for whoever the good guys were at the time. Primus are down there, the Keepers are down there, there's a Pothicon down there, there's the freaking summoning key type thing that's in the murals on Der Eisendrache down there as well. That's on the pyramid. There's the MPD down there, but it's not the actual MPD, it's a different kind of MPD because this is a completely different pyramid. What the hell is up with this room? Nikolai says it's a tomb for kings, and 935 have bastardized it. I am excited as hell to see where on earth this goes. Now then, I think it would be a little silly for me to show you all of this cool stuff without showing you the teleporter. So we're going to run through this door here. That door requires power to be open, so I'm coming from the spawn through to the Undercroft through that power-opened door. There is the teleporter in all its glory, looking absolutely fantastic. You've got all this weird, wacky machinery around the place as well. Liquid divinium containers just dotted around, and you'll see that I'll teleport here. It doesn't seem to show me any particularly cool imagery, but teleport I do, and so I'm not exactly going to blame the machine. It's doing its job. Here, we're seeing the rocket launch sequence. You'll notice that I slid out towards the rocket and then slid back in as soon as I could because those doors are closing. Very clearly, they are shutting those doors, and what is happening now is that rocket is doing a kind of burn test, so it's not actually lifting off. It's not actually flying away. What it's doing is basically sending a load of really hot material out of its booty, and that is going to incinerate the area around it. Now, that means that if you are in that area when the doors close, you die. That's just the way it is. If you're there and the doors shut and you haven't got out in time, then you, sir or madam, are dead. So make sure you're very careful about that one. There is a little countdown to make it very clear. Here, I'm using the Pack-a-Punch for the first time as well. Even more cool stuff. The Pack-a-Punch is created by assembling it, by teleporting 3 different pieces of the pap itself from 3 different locations. The Pack-a-Punch also moves in this map as well. There are 3, I believe, or maybe even 4 different pap camos, which is awesome. Here, I'm showing you, what am I showing you here? Here, I'm showing you the tram fuse. So the tram fuse is something that actually is in the spawn when you start the game. You can pick one up, and what that will let you do is call the tram, and inside the tram, as you can see, is a random drop. So I'm not actually going to pick it up here because my teammates didn't want me to pick up the drop. They were saying, no, keep the zombie, we need to keep the zombie for the next round. So I didn't get the nuke, but I'm showing you that that is what you can get from the tram itself, and to do that, to get the actual tram to come to you, all you need is a tram fuse. You can get tram fuses from killing zombies like a regular drop, and when you have one, it will go into your inventory. As you can see in the bottom left, my teammate has a tram fuse right now. If you skip back a little bit into the video, you'll see that I previously had a tram fuse as well before I obviously used it to call the tram. Now then, in this shot here, this is going to be our final shot for this video. Make sure you're subscribed for all of the guides and Easter eggs and all that good stuff that I'm going to be uploading very soon, but this last shot shows us this blinking thing, and I reckon there's a good chance that this is either Morse code or maybe some other type of code, but regardless, it's a message for us to decipher. I think that there's a good chance, simply because of the fact that it seems so peculiar to have this thing blinking in the middle of this area so obviously. I just think that it must be something, but I haven't had time to look into it myself just yet. I may end up uploading a video about this today with the answer and the secret message deciphered and the whole story behind it explained, so make sure you're subscribed like I've said, because you don't want to miss those sorts of videos. So, I have been MrRoflWaffles. Thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you got through to the end here. You're the MVP if you did so. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!